figured that out at least.
Next time I'll wear my Hawaiian shirt and my Hawaiian hat.
Hey, you gotta have a little fun with it, right?
Oh, it is,
I wanna
It
see
is-
a swimsuit.
It is 6:30, Mayor.
It is 6:30.
All right, Brad, go for it.
we'll call the meeting to order. Is there anybody there for public input?
No.
All right, review and approve council agenda.
No change.
There's no additions or deletions. I'll move to approve as presented.
I'll second.
Further discussion? Roll call vote. Mike?
Yeah,
Ken?
Yep.
Vic?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
And myself, yes. Let's see. Consent agenda items. Item A, approve 2020 write-offs. Item B, approve 2021 appointments. Item C, approve 2021 SEH rates. Item D, approve investment policy and resolution. Item E, approve amending the building inspection service agreement. Item F, approve resolution regarding banking services for the city of Wake Park. Item G, approve resolution regarding banking services for the Wake Park Senior Center. Item H, approve cooperative agreement, Minnesota Department of Public Safety, Office of Justice Programs, Pathways to Policing. Authorize Order 2, 2021 squads in 2020. Item J, 2021 goals and objectives. Item K, approve Flaherty and Hood lobbying proposal agreement. Item L, approve resolution opting to increase the benefit level for firefighters. And item M, approve 2021 seasonal and part-time salary schedule.
let's see. I think I'd like to pull item E and item M.
What did you
What's the
say,
first-
Mike?
What was the
E as
first
in
one?
Edward, M as in Mary.
E as in Edward, did you say?
Yes,
E and M, okay. Somebody want to move to approve the rest of them?
I got a question on the seasonal salaries.
that's item M.
That's
Okay.
item M.
Yep.
So somebody want to move to approve A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L?
Move
make
to
a motion.
approve.
I'll second.
Further discussion? Roll
I don't
call.
hear very, excuse me, I don't hear very well. Was item E as an echo pulled?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Roll call vote. Mike?
Yes,
Ken?
Yes.
Vic?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
And myself, yes. All right, item E. What would you like to discuss on that?
I guess what I like to discuss on that, I think they have a one year left on their term. I think, we need to have a little workshop with the future of, the way we're, working with them. So I'd like to see in the future that, or in the near future, that we get with Jeff and his company there and have a little discussion as to, what direction to head.
Yeah, I think he'd like that too, because I think that, there's talk, I think that he might get out and maybe even Jim and maybe Mitch take it over, who knows? But that's a discussion we need to have. You're right.
Well, I think I'd like to add to that discussion. I'd like to I don't believe that we're getting our value for that money. And I also think that we should have some role in deciding whether we're going to have Mitch or anybody else in there. I've never met Mitch. And I think it would be appropriate for us to at least know who's going to be in there to do the work. But at this point, I don't think we're getting any value for our money.
And those
And
are
I have a whole series of
conversations,
things. I have a whole series of issues I could talk about related to that.
well, the
Well,
real
let's
issue
do-
for tonight is just,
And that's why I said that we need to have a discussion sooner than later with it and,
Yep.
See what direction to head with, because according to the contract, the way I read it, we can, upon agreement, we can, drop the agreement with them, or whatever comes up. I mean, we just need to have that discussion.
Yeah, I think when we get back, hopefully in the first quarter, hopefully by next month, January, and I say next month, I mean January, hopefully we can start meeting in person maybe again and And that makes it a little easier to discuss these issues. All right. And how about number M?
Now, listening to Frank last time, in regards to, the pay, I don't know if you can pull that up.
sure.
And put the pay structure up there.
Can you see that?
No?
Yep. Yeah, we can.
I don't see that, it's too small.
It's blank. There it is, okay.
I don't know that I can make it bigger.
No, it's all right.
That's good now. I'm looking at, our seasonal public works are making $13 to $17 an hour. Warming house attendants are making $16 an hour. We go down to our firefighters and they're making $14.50. I think we have a pretty bad pay discrepancy there. And I don't know what our surrounding fire departments make per hour when they're out on a call, but to me, for someone that mows grass and empties garbage cans, getting $17 an hour and our firefighters are putting their lives on the line, it's real, I think this, I would put this item, I'd like to see it not passed, and, so we can sit down and talk about it and get this squared away.
Your fire department's pay plan is being reviewed as the next step with Baker Tilly. The fire department, I know you wanna make the analogies of the same thing, and I get that, and I understand your concerns. That is going to be addressed comparing other fire departments. The seasonal salaries are based off of what other part-time seasonals are getting paid out of the area. That's where they're at. They're hard to get people to work those positions.
It's impossible.
And it's driving to get the cost up.
I do think
Absolutely,
we
they're
should
two
wait for
separate
Baker Tilly,
issues.
'cause that is part of the agreement with Baker Tilly to give us that.
Yeah, let's wait until we have the information, then we can discuss it with more looks at what's really going on out there.
Yeah.
I don't know that you
Well,
compare
basically,
your,
What
wait,
gets
wait.
me, when this all happened a while ago, it was during the course of the summer, and I do believe right now, or wasn't the old pay scale topped out at $15 an hour for the seasonal lawn mowing crew?
Right, it was, and then Bill asked for an increase, cause.
they go up at the same
It was-
percentage increase as what the other staff are, which is also the same thing that we're doing with the fire department. The increases
well-
are the same as what's proposed everywhere else. That's how it's increased.
Right.
It's the cost of living
I believe the
adjustments.
top was 1559 or 1579 or something like that. I'd have to look it up for last year, so just went up the same percentage.
Well, what got me, and I don't think I missed a council meeting in that time, is that Sean or Bill or staff, whoever, just raised their rates
No,
during that summertime to try and attract,
these same
more
percentage,
candidates.
these same percentages, Frank, are approved every year.
Yeah,
I know, but I still don't like it. I don't
I-
like the fact that you didn't come and ask the council, even though there's a range. So my point is the range thing again. Because I don't see no point in having a range. You know,
It's,
if a firefighter has a flat rate or a public works operator, whatever position, that is set here.
there's a range that's set for every particular position within the city when it comes to that.
Yes, but after we hire them, then them ranges are steps, and steps with longevity,
That's how that's based off of right there.
where this is not. Now, there might be longevity where, a certain seasonal worker comes back time after time, year after year.
Right.
I'm sure Bill appreciates that. They
right.
know their area, they know the machines, they just hop on and go. But it's the lack of communication part I didn't really appreciate, and then I just stayed on this path since then. And then the discrepancy came up between the starting pay of the lawn mowing crew compared to the starting pay of a firefighter. That's where my whole thing comes together here.
Well, the firefighter one should be addressed in the next probably 3-4 months with Baker Tilly.
I would recommend that you approve this, or you're not gonna have very
No,
many happy.
but I'm just making a comment. I think within the next,
Yes,
3
that
or
was
4
the
months,
next,
Baker
yes,
Tilly?
yes,
yeah, no, we need to approve this, otherwise we're in trouble already.
absolutely.
We won't get paid anything.
I mean,
Well,
it is what it
why
is.
don't we amend it?
Why would we be in trouble if we don't approve it?
They won't get paid anything.
They're gonna get, well, they weren't, the fire department's not gonna get their increase. This is increasing all of their compensations in here by 2%. So,
I think we're having a general discussion about the seasonal public works,
I just wanna,
that particular line item.
if you don't wanna approve that, then what's in place for last year is what's in place for last year, for this year, I guess. Unless you choose to do something else.
I
You just
would
have to
choose to
remember
leave
that
it.
you do have a challenge getting those individuals in there. So when you don't get seasonal workers based off of that, then it is what it is, I guess. But these are comparable,
Well, it's only December.
and you've got a
and-
seasonal, you've got a warming house attendant position in there, which is the only one that's really impacted for the winter, you're correct.
So you have to get on the giddy up and go and do them comparables.
I don't know
But-
what you're asking us to do.
I'm asking, to shorten this up, is to leave it at last year's rates for that particular line item until we get some comparables.
Comparables from Baker Tilly, comparables
Yeah.
for,
All of them, I don't care where you get them, Baker Tilly and what everybody else is doing.
well,
Well, that part-time, that's pretty easy. You make a few phone calls and find out what the locals are doing for their
Yeah.
pay. You know, you call a Sartell's, Sauk Rapids. and go,
I understand how to do that, yep.
Right.
"Oh, I'm sorry
Well-
for it," but,
Well,
yeah,
there's,
Frank's kinda right. I think we should leave it back at what last year's rate was for that. Now, on the firefighters, has that gone up then a little bit, or?
It's a 2% increase across the board for all of the part-time. That's what we have done consistently throughout, I don't know how long it's been, but that's what we've had in place. So the fire department salaries are increasing by 2%.
I mean, once we have that information, we can go back and change that particular line
You're
item on
absolutely
the
right.
spreadsheet.
Yep, you're
Yeah.
right.
So I'll move to approve it based on we just leave that seasonal public works at a flat $15 for right now.
well,
That's a cut from last year though.
Oh,
Just-
okay, 1559, 1560, last year's rates, whatever that is.
Well, I'd leave the top three at last year's rate and, approve the rest.
Bill,
all right, so I'd agree, just, we'll leave it at last year's rate, whatever that is, and we can come back and talk to you about the top two. I will tell you this right now, I don't even know if we're gonna get ice,
Right.
for the rinks. Even if we do with COVID, my plan was not even to open up the warming house. I just didn't wanna have to deal with that. So the warming house attendance is basically off the radar for this year, so.
that's good. Then we'll just leave the top 3 off and we'll work them
We'll
later.
work it out, come back later. We'll sit down.
All right.
Well, we have a library janitor, right?
Yes.
Why
Yeah,
should we eliminate that one?
Just keep it same rates as it is
Same
this
rate.
year.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then we'll
Not
talk,
eliminated, just the same rate.
yep, we'll talk about it in the next couple months.
All right, I need a motion to approve item E because these are gonna be 2 different motions now.
I'll move item E, as long as we get it on the work schedule, or work session schedule.
Yep.
I'll
Sooner
second.
than- Sooner than later.
And I have a motion and a second, more discussion. Roll call vote, Mike,
Yep.
Ken,
Yep.
Vic, Vic? You're on mute.
No,
No, oh, Frank?
Yes.
And myself, yes, 4-1. And item M, to move to approve, the fire department raises and to keep the top 3 part-time, library janitor, seasonal public works, and warming house attendants at the 2020 rate.
So moved.
To approve that.
I'll second.
You have a motion and a second. Further discussion. All in favor? Roll call vote. Mike?
Yeah,
Ken?
Yes.
Vic?
yes,
Frank?
Yes.
And myself, yes. All right, thank you. Item A, public hearing on fee schedule. As soon as I get this up. Please take notice that the Wake Park City Council will hold a public hearing at Wake Park City Hall on Monday, December 21st, 2020 at 6:30 PM or soon thereafter to consider revision of Appendix B, Wake Park Schedule of Fee Charges. A copy is available at City Hall for review. Due to current Minnesota orders to prevent public gathering, comments may be directed to City of Wake Park City Council by mail or by email to Carla Vernick, Wake Park. Comments will be received until 4:30 PM on December 21st, 2020, and will be entered into the public record for the meeting. It was dated the 24th of November. The public hearing is open and it is 6:46. Is there anyone for the public hearing, any place?
No,
Not
and
at,
I did not receive any emails or anything regarding it.
All right, I got 6:47. Somebody want to move to close the public hearing?
I will move to close the public hearing, or second.
All right,
second.
roll call vote. Mike?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Vic?
yes.
Frank?
Yes.
And myself. Public hearing is closed. All right, what else you got, Sean, on that? I'm now on my screen.
on this one,
Well,
you
we
have
have to-
that, you have
we
to
have to
take an
approve it, right?
action on
Yeah, that was a
the,
public hearing.
yep.
I'll move to approve the fee schedule.
I'll second.
All right, further discussion? Roll call vote. Mike?
Yeah.
Ken?
Yes.
Vic?
Yes,
Frank?
Yes.
And myself, yes, passes 5-0. Do we have to approve the summary publication?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Need a motion to approve the summary publication.
I'll make a motion to approve. This is Vic.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? Mike?
Yeah.
Ken?
Yep.
Vic?
Yes,
Frank?
Yes.
And myself. Yes, all right. Item B, final 2021 tax levy and budget capital improvement plan and gambling donation request.
So what you have before you, we have the 2021 tax levy that needs to be approved, and then it needs to be certified then to the county by the end of December. And then once we have done that, we need to have the council approve the 2021 budget. So that's the first piece of that. And then additionally, we have the, what we do as part of this, we approve our 5-year capital improvement and staffing plans that are also included. And then we also do, as part of this conversation and discussion, also do the gambling recommendation, donation request for 2021 that we discussed at the work session. So I'd be happy to share any additional information if you'd like, or if there's any other questions that you might have, I could certainly share any additional information if you'd like as well.
Council, you got any questions? Otherwise, I need a motion to approve, adopt the final 2021 tax levy for resolution and to move to adopt the 2021 budget capital improvement plan and staffing.
And donation request.
That's on the
we'll do
next
that-
one.
We'll do that separate.
Oh,
I'll second.
it looks like they're all included in one line there.
Nah, they're not.
It's the
Those
CIP
two
stat,
big
which is the staffing and, yep, that's,
All
Okay.
right, any further discussion? Roll call vote. Mike?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes?
Vic?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
And myself. Yes, it passed us 5-0. Okay, then the next one is the gambling donations for 2021.
Move to
this-
approve. Vic?
Second.
Yeah, I'd make the motion, but if you didn't, I'll second.
Who
Either
seconded?
way.
Vic,
Okay. All right, any further discussion? Roll call vote. Mike?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes?
Vic?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
And myself. Yes, 5-0. I guess that's it. Approve bills.
I'll move to pay the bills.
I'll second.
Further discussion. Mike?
Yeah.
Ken?
Yes?
Vic?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
And myself, yes. I have, two things. The city got a thank you from Terabith Refuge for the CARES Act funding. They got a little over $3,000 and they sent us a letter of thank you. And we also got a thank you letter from, Gruber's Quilt Shop. They got $15,000 and they were very appreciative too, so it was nice to get those two responses back. All right, that's all I got. Shawnee, you got anything?
I just want to maybe just take a moment and, it's probably more, hearing the passing of Senator Jerry Ralph. Jerry was a wonderful senator that did some great things for our community. And the one that's probably the most noted is his work, with the city of Waite Park on our amphitheater project. So my condolences to his family in his loss.
A little reminder that mask up, keep your distance. This is not fake. This is not fake news. This is real. And we found out what can happen. Somebody like Senator Ralph can succumb to that, so.
I
All
got
right.
one thing.
Yep,
John, our next council meeting is January 4th?
That is correct.
we hope to have that in
We
person.
hope to have that in person.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Merry
Yep,
Christmas.
That would be
Thank you.
great.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
All right,
Bye.